Good afternoon. Welcome. It's the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. I am with you until, well, probably roughly around 5 o'clock. Probably around 5 o'clock. I'm experiencing some technical difficulties. Y'all forgive me. I would have been on probably about 15 minutes ago, but I'm still experiencing some technical difficulties here. Um, Sorry about that. As usual, come on in, say hello. Say hello to me. I always appreciate that. I always appreciate that. 513-717-5464. That's the number to get on board. That's the number to get on board. Hold on, I'm doing some other stuff. I hate technical difficulties. Hate technical difficulties. Hold on a moment. Do some stuff here. Trying to look, y'all. I really did try to have all this stuff together before I went on the air, but it didn't work. And then I was like, I better hurry up and get on the air because then they're going to think I'm not going on the air. And I don't know where they would get that idea from. So I said, let me get on the air, technical difficulties and all. So I'm trying to pull something together. Trying to pull some stuff together here. Um, Good afternoon. How's everything going with everybody? I'm having a pretty decent day. I'm not having an amazing day. Not having an amazing day. I enjoyed work today. I actually had to work. But, when I'm working is depending on what I'm doing is kind of different. Today I was editing video, so I had to keep editing and then rendering. And if you don't do any sort of video editing, rendering is when you wait around for your computer to catch up to what you already did. That's the way I describe it. That's the way I describe it. I did this, I put this here, I put those together, I clipped that, I faded that out. Now, computer, now you do it. And then the computer takes time. And it's got to figure it out. Oh, he put this here, he put that there. So it takes time. So I did a lot of editing today, which left me time in between rendering clips. To kind of tease Lincoln a little bit during his show. But welcome, everyone. Come on in, say hello to me. Let's get to it. Let's get to the hellos right now. And then that's pretty much going to be the whole show. I'm going to say hello, and then I'm going to say goodbye, and that's going to be it. I haven't really been on the news. I don't want to talk about politics today. I don't want to talk about politics. Look, you already dug your heels in, whoever you are. You love the Democrats. You love the Republicans. You love Trump. You love Biden. You hate Trump. You hate Biden. You hate the Democrats. You hate the Republicans. Whatever. You're for the most part, your heels are already dug in. Nothing anyone is going to say is probably going to change your mind. So I got facts for you. You have what you accept as factual. No, these are facts. No, you say they facts. They're not necessarily facts. It's information that you believe. That don't make it a fact. But they gonna do that. I don't know what they gonna do. Hopefully they get Trump. Hopefully they don't get Trump. I don't care today. I mean, later on tonight, I will watch the Republican debate. I watch it partially for entertainment's sake. I like, the whole verbal jousting thing. I like that. I like to watch it. I like to participate in it. I like it. I doubt if there's anything that any of the Republicans are going to say today where I'm going to be like, I'm voting for that guy. I'm voting for that guy. But you never know. But you never know. Because again, I'm not locked into, you know, I don't believe Democrats love us. I don't believe Joe Biden got no love for us. I believe people are people. And you never know. Something might happen and I might be like, you know what? That's my dude right there. That's my dude. I'm voting for him. But I don't really want to talk about it. I don't really want to talk about it. I want to watch it and be entertained by it. Maybe informed, even though, you know, some stuff can happen in a debate to inform you. But usually, it's more about strategy. How you can take the question and then take whatever the question is and use it to illustrate one of your campaign points, whether it's about your campaign or not. And if the question doesn't reflect well on whatever your campaign is, then how you can spin it to make it reflect well. But it's not really about like real information. And sometimes somebody might be trying to fact check somebody or something like that, you know, because they're going to be throwing shots at each other, possibly. And so, you know, this person might say, well, I did this. And then this person will say, well, no, you claim you did that. But the truth is you did this. They'll both be partially telling the truth. Then you got to go and you got to research and you got to find out who was telling the part of the truth that you believe the most. Because it's not necessarily, you know, in spite of what people, you know, people keep talking about facts. There are only certain hardcore facts that I believe in. They're undisputable. Or indisputable, not sure which. Fire, that's hot. If you try to tell me fire is cold, no. No, you don't know what you're talking about. I got the facts. I got receipts. See, here, this is fire. See this? Ouch, that was hot. Receipt. It's always funny to me when people talk about receipts because your definition of what a receipt is different than somebody else's as well. But you don't know who's telling the truth. This news organization says this is true. That news organization says that's true. Again, the truth is usually somewhere either in the middle or way on the outsides. Got the facts. You got some information that you believe. Some information that you believe. I don't want to talk about it. Why y'all making me talk about it? I don't want to talk about it. Stop forcing me to talk about it. Robert. Come on. You're not going to show what I want you to show? Okay. Thank you. Robert. Good afternoon. See, these technical difficulties, they get with me. And that's a fact. Technical difficulties are bothering me. Indisputable fact. Really, it's not necessarily. I mean, I know it to be true, but I don't know that you could actually call that a fact. But there are some people who would. It's a fact. It's not a fact. Anthony wants his money back. Put your address in the chat, and I will mail you your money back. Old school money order. Do they still sell money orders? They still sell money orders. People still buy money orders. SOT Soldier says, what's up? What's up? We got Sierra in the house. Sierra says, what's up? E-Man and the Afternoon Experiment crew checking in from Boston. All right, Boston in the house. We got Yo Underwood. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Yo. Preston says, hey. Hey, Preston. What was that? I don't even know what that was. Hey, Preston. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Erica, good afternoon. Checking in from Reading in the house. And Erica. Anthony on top of wanting his money back. He wants you to know he's checking us out from Clifton. We got Regina in the house. Good afternoon, Regina. Got Pamela in the house. Good afternoon, Pamela. She's checking in from North Avondale. Um, Sabrina, it's my sister. Well, look who it is. It's that shade. I feel like it's shade. I feel like shade. I feel like it. Hello from Kentucky. Kentucky in the house. Got Phyllis. Phyllis. Oh, she's replying to Pamela Kent. Yeah, having your own little conversations. Anthony, technical difficulties and late. I want a refund now. Put your address in there. Anybody who wants a refund, put your mailing address in the chat, and I will send you a money order for your refund. Got David in the house. David, good afternoon, little baby. E-Man in the afternoon, experiment fam, checking in from the universe. Oh, that little baby. The little baby funny. Got a little story about the little baby. It's a quick story. We got Daryl. Daryl says, what's up? Wyatt talking about that Larry Elder interview on the BC. All right. Maria, checking us out, North College Hill. You was one on Lincoln's show. Huh? I don't know what you mean. Brent, good afternoon, Dallas, Texas, checking in. Sierra says, rendering can take a lot of time, and it's annoying. It should be able to go as fast as I can do it. As fast as I can do it and think it, it should happen. And then I shouldn't have to wait for it to render, and do all the technical behind the computer, under the hood stuff. Just, I said it, I did it, I moved that clip right there and put a fade on it. Why can't I just now have that and it be done? Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, my A. Y'all ain't nobody. Create a computer that can move as fast as I need it to go when I'm editing, that I don't have to pay a whole lot of money for. That's one of the keys. You pay enough money, you can get a computer that, especially for the stuff I'm doing, can probably handle it. Terry, good afternoon, downtown, checking in. Good afternoon, Terry. Phyllis, not interested in something. Raven says, let's talk about my shirt and the series of merchandise I plan to release with your assistance. Oh, don't get me talking about shirts. I got a little story about that too. Don't get me talking about it. Raven come in here trying to make me mad. She knew what she was doing. She knew she would frustrate me even just by bringing that up. I know your intention. And I don't think I like it. Kenneth says, great day, powerful, royal people. All right. Phyllis Mitchell, the t-shirt. Oh, okay. Y'all like the t-shirt? Hold on. I'll show y'all the t-shirt. Ignore the belly. Okay. I'll show y'all the t-shirt if y'all promise y'all won't make no cracks about my stomach. Technically, it's not my stomach. My stomach is on the inside. But y'all know what I mean. It's just a simple shirt. All power to the people. All power. All power to the people. That's it. Terry wants me to turn the mic up. Terry, that is one of my technical difficulties today. So my suggestion is turn up your speakers. Because I can't turn the mic up no more. This is as loud as it gets. Technical difficulties. See, I know what I need to do. I could fix everything super quickly. And if I wouldn't have been rushing to get in here, because I didn't want y'all complaining because I wasn't here yesterday or Friday. And he late. Oh, he ain't gonna be here. I ended up being late anyway. But I was trying to get everything together. If I just reboot everything, I believe everything would work better. But that would mean shutting everything down and, bringing it back up. And, fellas, y'all know how it is. Once you done used it and it go down and then you bring it back up, sometimes you just don't have the energy for all that. Sierra says it could be an alternative fact. Anthony says, yep, who looks up any information that doesn't support how they already think? There are people who do. There are people who do. I actually do. I look up information and it changes my mind and it changes my perspective on that particular issue. But then chances are I rationalize the new information that I have, and it's like, okay, I was wrong about that, and maybe this part is wrong about whatever. But I still support this person or this position or this, whatever, because of this, It takes a lot to get somebody. You ever watch like Jordan, what's his name? Jordan Clapper, whatever. And he goes out and he talks to the people at like the Trump rallies and all of that kind of stuff. And he hits them with information that they even agree with. They agree with it, which is one of the things that I think he does best. Well, what would you say about a guy who brags about sexually assaulting women? Now, that guy should never be president. And if he did it like there was a recording of him doing it, then he definitely, no, he should never be. What if I told you Donald Trump did it? Well, see, that's different. He does an amazing job. One of the things I think that his segments prove is that once you've dug your heels in to a position, it is super difficult to get someone to change their mind. That's not just politics. It's just period. Once you've dug your heels in, once you've decided police are bad, I can show you 18 billion amazing police and you still gonna be like, police are bad. Once you've decided police are heroes, I can show you 18 billion police violating people's rights and, not doing their job, and you still gonna believe police are heroes. Once I show you, poor people don't value education. Once you've made that up in your mind, poor people don't value education. I can show you poor people the world over struggling to go to school to get an education. Sometimes they understand that the education isn't even going to elevate their situation, but they value being educated because they feel like that's something that they can never take from me. If you don't believe poor people value education and I show you that, you still going to believe, oh, they don't really value education. Poor people don't really, maybe they, well, most, the overwhelming majority, once you've dug your heels in, it is so difficult to change your mind. That's why I try to keep an open mind about things. It gets me in trouble sometimes. Tria says, hey, everybody. Raven says, this may be a dumb question, but has any other Democratic candidate come forth? I believe so. Hold on a second. Let me look at something. Hold on. Yeah. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is running in 2024 as a Democrat. He wants to be your president. Yes. And I'm sure there's probably someone else, but I thought I heard about him running. I was like, let me check it before I say so. And according to this information, he does intend on running. Will you go live tomorrow night during the GOP debate? Possibly. It all depends. Like I got Bible study. If Bible study get out in time and I can get home and get everything together, then maybe we'll watch it together. If enough people say they want to watch it with me, like if it's just going to be me and you, David, then I'll probably just watch it at home with Mrs. Livingston and, that'll be that. But if, 30, 40 people want to watch it with me, then yeah, we can check it out. Yeah, we can watch it together. Phyllis says, I vote my interest for self, family, and sane community. All right. Can't beat that. Have you started using AI to assist with video editing? No, I wouldn't even know how. Honestly, I wouldn't even know how. I know how to get my hands on. I know how to open up Final Cut Pro, or how to open up Adobe Premiere Pro, or how to open up DaVinci Resolve and go to edit. Those are my 3 programs that I edit on. And go to editing. I don't even know. Maybe I have to look into it and see if it's, AI is editing now. I'm not against it. I didn't even know that. How is Cincinnati's own Ramaswamy, I don't know how you pronounce that man's name, going to justify accepting a Soros scholarship for law school even though he was a millionaire? Well, you don't have to. You don't have to justify that at all. Good afternoon, Kevin. Good afternoon, Nikki. Good afternoon. She says good afternoon to everyone. Jeannie says good afternoon. Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday. We got Phyllis in the house. I think I said Phyllis already. She's replying to somebody. All right. We got Princess Flower. Great afternoon, everyone. All right. With yellow hearts. I don't know what that means. Tessie. Good afternoon. McConnell in the house. What's up, McConnell? Brent, how will Ron DeSantis explain his MAGA listless vessel comments? I have to read about that. I saw another story. I read the headline of a story, something about him saying something about listless vessels, but I didn't read the story, and no, I don't know what he's talking about. Raven, I don't know what you're responding to. Just took my grandma to get one last week. Get one what? I don't know what you would, I'm behind. Terry says, turn the mic up, our talk up. I think you meant or. And I told you, I'm kind of yelling. Is everybody else having issues hearing me? Or is it just, hold on, let me put on this chat overlay, because I'm so far behind on the comments. Is everybody else hearing me okay? Is it me or is it Terry? Just checking. I don't know. Don't know which it is. That was not a wave. Darren says good afternoon. Oh, Raven was talking about money orders. Took your grandma to get a money order. So they do still sell money orders. Renee, good afternoon. Tanika, good afternoon. Gloria, good afternoon. I am still in the good afternoons. Karen, good afternoon. Kevin says Cash App him. No, bro. Put your mail-in address. I'm old school. I'm going to get a money order. Put your mailing address in there, and I will mail you your money back. Terry says, hey, from downtown. Angela in the house. Angela. Pamela says, I'm depositing that money order in my bank account. Winter is coming, and Duke won't be playing this year. Put your address in. I am refunding your money because I was late today, and I'm having technical difficulties. Sean says, what's good, Sean? Mary in the house from White Oak. Good afternoon. Where is the bee? Did you get it? No, I didn't get it, and I didn't find a body. I didn't get the bee, and I did not find a body. And I looked at, see, now you got me looking around for the bee. I did not find the body. I don't know. That was a super bee, but hopefully he got the message. And he said, let me get out of there, because that dude is crazy. The M2 MacBook is fast, but it's expensive. I think I think as I progress and do more freelance, because the stuff I'm doing now is not freelance, and so I'm working on this gentleman's equipment on his computers. He's got some really fast, powerful stuff, and he's not a Mac guy. So he's got these three super duper fast PCs. And then he's got a Mac Studio. Mac Studio. I work on the Mac Studio, but it's nowhere near as fast as these super souped PCs that he had custom built. But I mean, it makes sense that he would have these things custom built. It makes sense. I mean, this is what he does. This is what he does. But certain people need certain other things. Like, I don't think I'm telling no, like, big-time industry secret. When you delivering stuff to, I'll just say, certain networks, they want it in a certain format that some of those gigantic, super-duper powered PCs can't do. So when I need to take what he's done and convert it to ProRes, I get it and I use the Mac. Oh, you live at 2300 Jackson Street. All right. Daryl's still waiting for the TikTok player shirts for sale. Did y'all want, hold on, for real. Let me ask this question. Y'all really wanted to buy some of those? I know I made the one. Actually, I made two. I made the two, but I was like, it was kind of just for show. If y'all really want, I'll put a link up. Not today. Maybe tomorrow or Thursday. I'll put a link up that if you really did want to buy one of those shirts, you can buy them. I can go in there and make them, no biggie now. I mean, I've got the stencil and everything, so I can go in there and make them. So if you really want them, I'll put a link up and, you can buy them. But honestly, I thought it was kind of a little jokey joke, and so I made them. But I will put a link up if you want to buy them. Raven says, what is TikTok player? I think it's one of the things where you had to be here. You had to be there. Let me see. David says no belly jokes. Wow, I'm so behind. That's right, Raven. It's your fault. Because you're so damn disrespectful. Paul, good afternoon. Checking in from Walnut Hills. Chelsea, as long as you don't over there looking like Winnie the Pooh, because if you stand up and I see your belly button, I'm going to talk about it. No, see, you're not supposed to do that, right? You my people. You supposed to be like, just hit me with a text and be like, yo, I see your belly button, man. That ain't cool. You ain't supposed to out me on air. I would never out you on air. You should return the favor. Come on. Andrea checking us out from the home office in Gulf Manor. Hey, Emanuel, it's so hot. I'm not wearing lotion nor Vaseline. Don't need it. I won't be ashy. All right. Tanika says, make me a shirt. Make you what kind of shirt? Make you what kind of shirt? David Herring says, reboot and let's start over. And Mary says, you treat us like you don't care. What? What? Are y'all trying to feel and shame me? Y'all trying to feel and shame me? You can throw shame on the end of anything, and then it makes you the bad guy. It makes you the bad guy. Like, women, don't slut shame me. Oh, you're not the bad guy for being a slut. I'm the bad guy for thinking that being a slut is not a good thing. So I'm slut shaming you. I'm the bad guy now. Or you're trying to fat shame me. Wait a minute. I'm not the bad guy for eating all the junk that I eat and not exercising enough, even though I have been hitting the treadmill. I'm not the bad guy for that. You the bad guy for noticing that I'm fat. You just throw shame on the end of it. You throw shame on the end of it, it automatically flips. It's like the reverse card in Uno. Like, bam. Why your hairline look like that, Emanuel? Oh, you trying to hairline shame me? Bam, reverse. I like it. I like it. um, uh, Daryl says, you know he won't be back. Let me see. Fame says, I know, Emanuel, especially when you go down and get back up at our ages. Yes. Yes. you, you might need 30, 60 minutes to reboot. Man, I'm so far behind. I'm going to have to skip some of this stuff. Good afternoon, Denise Devine. Marquetta. Paul says, I missed those segments. Not sure what segment. Oh, Jordan Klepper. Wow, I'm so far behind. Let me see. Angela says, so that answers your question. Who wants to be wrong? Correct or impossible answer, those with their heels dug in. They don't want to be wrong. You just have to show them. Well, okay, you might have a point. You might have a point. Let me scroll. Y'all talking about RFK. Now, look, I'm just telling you, and again, this is another one of them things about information. Another one of them things about information. I'm reading a thing about RFK running in 2024, Democratic presidential hopeful. Did I say Arden McKay? I don't know what I said. RFK Jr. I don't know what I said. What did I say? I have no idea what I said. It feel like I said Arden McKay. RFK Jr. Hold on. This is from, let me see if I put it on the screen. Will we see it? Democratic presidential hopeful Robert F. Kennedy Jr. brings campaign to Florence. Democratic presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy said during a town hall meeting Sunday night in Florence that he wants to restore the economic future of the U.S. middle and lower classes. That's really all I have to read to say that, yeah, it RFK, according to this, is running as a Democrat. Now, Nate says, my sound does not match my lip movement, so I'm doing a Chinese movie thing. Look, y'all, I got some technical difficulties, and I know if I rebooted this computer, everything might be okay. Well, that wasn't even for me. That wasn't like it didn't make me confident that it would fix anything. If I reboot this, then things might be okay. Oh. But if it's too bad, I'll reboot and come back on. If it's too bad, hold on, I'm up here doing something as well. Still trying to fix some of these technical difficulties. Brent is in for the watch party. Tanika, I keep wanting to say Tonica. I blame your mama and your daddy for my mispronunciation of your name. And don't mispronounce shame me. Karen would love to watch it. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Chelsea says she can hear me just fine. Everybody says they hear me. It's a delay. Someone has an echo, like I'm in a large hall. Oh, wow. I'm finished with the hellos, by the way. I'm finished with the hellos. I think I hit them all. Pamela Pamela sent me her information, so I will be sending out that money order, the refund. Look for it in your P.O. box. All right. All right. The bees. Yeah, talking about the bees. I'm catching up. I'm scrolling through. I'm skipping stuff. Chelsea says, nope, because you read my text and not respond. Then I get on here and be like, you see my text? And you be like, yeah, I saw it. What in the world would make you think that I would do something like that? What would make you think that I would do something like that? Oh, make me a rebooting. Let's start over shirt. I might do that. What did you hit the treadmill with? My feet. My feet. I'm trying to put me together a workout. Push, pull, legs with dumbbells. Push, pull, legs with dumbbells. So I'm trying to put myself together a workout so that I can get started. I have to get started in the next week. Because September, oh, by the way, I didn't tell y'all this. The week of, I believe it is September. Hold on, I'm going to tell y'all in a minute. I'm giving y'all a heads up in advance because, I'm that kind of guy. I am that kind of guy. Oh, stop it. I'm not trying to look at Twitter. No. No. Okay. September 18th through the 26th, I will not be on. I'm giving y'all a heads up well in advance. September 18th through the 26th, I will not be on. I will be in Jacksonville, Florida. In Jacksonville, Florida, we are doing a Gospel Superfest for the 22nd year, 22nd, 23rd year to air on BET's network. So, yeah, I'll be down there. And, of course, that's what all of this work that I'm doing now is in preparation for that. Yeah, there's a lot goes into producing basically a live TV concert show. Like, think BET Awards, but Jesus, so you're not going to have a whole lot of TNA. And maybe not the same level of excitement. Maybe not, but you never know. Well, I doubt that anybody going to be twerking on Bobby Jones. I doubt that that's going to happen. So, yes, I will be out of town, and that'll be that. But I'm saying that to say, like, I know when I start working out, when I start weight training, and this is me, this is the way my body has reacted every time I've started. 3 straight weeks, I can barely move. And that's if I'm, because I want to go hard. So that's if I'm going hard, like real weight training, those first 3 weeks, I can barely move. After that, I'll be all right. After those first 3 weeks, I end up, I'm okay. But those first 3 weeks, oh my goodness, I can barely move. So I need to get this started now because I can't be down there in Jacksonville trying to run that stage and not being able to move. I can't do it. So I have to have those 3 weeks of soreness over by September 18th. So I got to get started. McConnell says the gym is my second home. Well, again, I'm trying to put together a push, pull, legs workout. That's the way I want to do it this time. This time I want to do push-pull legs. Last few times I guess I did what they call the bro split. But this time I want to do push-pull legs and go hard that way. Let's see. Who's performing at Gospel Superfest? Shoot. I'll be trying to remember all of these people. I'll be trying to remember. I have to go to gospelsuperfest.com. It's being hosted by Roxy Diaz, that I knew, Donnie McClurkin, John P. Key, Jacqueline Carr, Ricky Dillard. Come on, where's the rest of the lineup? Where's the rest of the lineup? Doe. It's moving too fast now. Slow down. Slow down. You be moving all that fast. Doe, Todd Delaney, Corinne Hawthorne, Demetrius West, Crystal Aiken, and more. And more. I don't know everybody. But it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. My understanding is John P. Key is closing it out. He bringing his band, and they going to do what John Key and them do. So, it should be fun. It won't be fun. It'll be a whole lot of work. Jeannie says, Doe? Yes, Doe is an actual artist, D-O-E. I believe it's Doe Jones is, I guess, technically the kind of name. But Doe is an artist. She's really good. She's really good. Are they gonna put your name in the credit roll this time? They had it in there last time, but on BET, them credits move so fast you can't read anything. It don't benefit to have your name in the credits if your stuff is on BET. The credits move so fast you can't even pause it and see. Like when you pause it, it's on blur. When you pause it, it's on blur. But yes, my name will be in there. My name will be in there. Where's the video of the Trump float? I heard that Trump had a float in the, I told you I don't want to talk about politics. I heard Trump had a float at the Black Family Reunion Parade. Why do people have an issue with that? Why do people have an issue with that? I get a lot of people don't like Donald Trump. And I heard Tracy, who, by the way, I like and respect Tracy Artist. She's a hardworking lady, and, she does a lot. But I heard her saying, if I would have known that float was going to be there, I wouldn't have let that float be in the parade. And I was thinking, but why? But why? Because it's just a float. Look. People, we have people, I'm not talking about black people. I'm talking about people in general. We all have to learn how to block out that we're not interested in to a certain degree. We have to learn how to block that out. Like, it only makes sense. Tanika says, we don't want Trump supporters in our stuff. There's going to be Trump supporters in your stuff. There's black Trump supporters. So you're saying if you support Trump, we don't want you at the Black Family Reunion? You can't come. If you're a Trump supporter, you can't be my relative. It's going to be Trump supporters and Trump people at your stuff. Liz Rogers says, hello. Liz Rogers, I don't know if you just stopping by for a second just to say hi, but has your new restaurant opened? And could you give me a call at 513-717-5464 and give us some information on your restaurant? I'm not going to charge you for no advertising just cuz. But I saw an article where you got a new restaurant coming, and I'm a little excited about the restaurant. I'll be honest, I don't know why. I support you, and I will come and spend money with you, but I ain't had nothing to do with you getting no new restaurant or nothing like that. You not my sister, my mama, my cousin, none of that kind of stuff, my daughter. But for me, when I see people doing stuff, I be proud of them like I had something to do with it. I be proud of them like, for real. Like, I'm like sitting here excited, like, Liz got a new restaurant. Liz got a new restaurant. Liz probably thinking, Ian, I've only seen you at my current restaurant 2 or 3 times. I've been there more than that. You just don't always be there when I be there, Liz. You don't always be there when I be there. But if you want to, please give us a call. I do want to know about your new restaurant. And I would love to just, promote it a little bit to let other people know what you got going on. So if you feel like it, if I think sometimes Liz pop in, she see like, oh, Emanuel on there. And she say, hello, Emanuel. And then she keep going. And that's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because y'all don't understand. I appreciate that support as well. But yeah, if you feel like it, know that you can call that number. It's scrolling on the bottom of the screen. But I want to know about the new restaurant. It looks like it's out there where my one restaurant used to be. See, I don't like throwing this stuff out because I could be wrong. But it looked like it's out there in Springdale, like next to Papados. And I forget what Smoke, where Smoke used to be. That's what that spot looked like. But I'm not 100% sure that that's where it is. But man, that used to be my spot. And then, and then they sold out. It made me mad. Yeah, Smoke was a nice little restaurant. I liked their sides. I liked their little peach cornbread. I liked everything that they had. They had this buffalo. It was meatloaf made out of bison meat. And it was delicious. It was delicious. And then I went one day and I got the buffalo, and I was like, this don't taste the same. And they were like, one of the servers, she said, oh, yeah, the owners sold the company to some corporation, and then they made some changes. And I was like, ugh. And I went back maybe once, tried a couple different things, and I was like, nope, it just ain't the same. And so I stopped going. And then next thing I know, they went out of business. Look, if you got a great restaurant, but for all I know, they wasn't making no money. But if you got a great restaurant, great food, I know I was there. I was supportive of the restaurant. Don't just go changing stuff. Because I sure stopped going. But I believe that that's where Liz's new restaurant is going to be. But again, I'm not 100% sure. But I will support it. So what kind of meat did it end up being? The loaf. Okay, initially it was buffalo, which was bison meat. And then they switched it, and it was like a really inferior, like ground beef. It was really greasy. It just was not all that good. It just was not all that good. That buffalo was good. That meatloaf, no. I never had the nachos, McConnell. Never tried the nachos. Brent, yeah, cutting costs to changing recipes to cut costs and increase profits. Did you still pay bison prices? They didn't change the price on it. It was the exact same price. They didn't do anything to change the price. They just used inferior ingredients, and it wasn't good. It was nowhere near as good. And they had all this peach stuff, like the cornbread was, if I recall, it was peach. Like they used peach in the cornbread. I'd never seen or heard that when I first went there. I was like, I don't know, cornbread with no peach in it. No. Then I tasted it and I was like, why didn't somebody think about putting peach in cornbread before? What is wrong with people? How could you not think of this? So, yeah. Raven Monday. I just said Monday. Raven Monday wants to know, can we move on? I can't eat nothing for the next 6 weeks. Hey, that's your choice. That's your choice. Ain't nobody made you do. Well, I don't know. I don't know what your man might have made you do. Your man might have said, hey, no meat. You just drink. So I can't say nobody made you do it, but raisins in the potato salad. Nah, it was delicious. When I tell you, smoke was my spot. Smoke was my spot. Look, I worked downtown Cincinnati, corner of 7th and Central. I would sometimes, before I became an on-air personality, take a long lunch and drive all the way out to Smoke to get me something for lunch. That's how good it was. And y'all know, driving from downtown to Papados, that's a nice little haul. It was some good food. I hated it. Well, I can't say that I hated that they closed once they closed, because once they changed they stuff, I didn't really care. Let's see. But what else? What is it that I wanted to say? It was a couple things I want to say. Oh, the little baby. That's a good place to start. The little baby, she started kindergarten. She wears a uniform now. She likes the uniform. She cool with the uniform. She cool with everything. She went to school. I believe this is her 2nd week. I asked her, said, little baby, how you like the new school? She said, I don't. I said, you don't like that uniform? She said, because she irritates me. She irritates me. No, this is cute. Oh, you're supposed to be on my side with the uniforms, and uniforms ain't cute. Stop it. But she didn't have a problem with the uniform. I said, well, you don't like it. What do you not like about it? She said, Grandfather, they don't teach me anything. I said, what do you mean? She said, they don't teach me anything. Everything that we're doing, I already know how to do. I said, well, it's only been like a week. Y'all really just now getting to know each other. She said, but when I was in school before, and I went to school, every day they taught us something. I said, oh. So yeah, she's really frustrated that they don't teach her anything. And then apparently she has a little bully at school. She has a little bully. Now you have to keep in mind, little baby is little, right? For her age, she's tiny. For her age, she's tiny. So she's always the smallest one. You know, if you put them by age group, she's always the smallest one. And she says there's a big girl. I don't think she meant fat. I think she meant like, big, like one of the bigger children in terms of, tall, full, healthy child. So she says there's a big girl who's been bullying her. You only been there for a week. How's she bullying you? Say she find a reason to push me every day, Grandfather. So I guess she talked to her mother and her father about it. I try to stay out of that stuff to a certain degree. And like her mom told her, basically what I would have told her, beat her ass. That's what I would have told her. But then her dad told her, like, no, here's the plan. And they laid out a whole plan. The plan is simple. If she bullies you, we're going to do the 3 strikes thing. If she pushes you, you go tell the teacher. She pushes you again, you go tell the teacher. She pushes you a 3rd time, you go tell the teacher. But that's it. Then after that, whatever she does, if she pushes you, then you push her back. That's what they said. So I was talking to her yesterday. How's everything going at school? School is going okay. They still not teaching me nothing, but she making some new friends, and she really want to learn some stuff. She's bullied me into buying her some new sight words. I think now she's up to like 150 or 200 or something like that, sight words. And so she's like, I need some new sight words, grandfather, because I told y'all I'd do the little game, where I hold up the cards. I would show y'all, but I hold up the cards, and real quick, I just flip through them. And you got to know that word as soon as you see it. You got to know it. I just keep going. And, I give her a little whatever. So this particular, it was 100. I think this was on Friday, maybe. 100 words. And we go through them. And if she gets like 90% of them, she gets something. She wanted some Skittles. Her parents don't really let her eat candy, which I think is child abuse. But she wanted some Skittles. So I said, if you miss 10, you don't get no Skittles. And she got like 92 of them. She really got all of them, but I be moving real fast. And so she be getting flustered, and she'll see there, and she'll say then, and she'll say, so I do it intentionally to kind of throw her off. But she worked hard. She got her Skittles. But yeah, she says she needs some new sight words, so I got to get her some new sight words, and go up in difficulty with the sight words. But I asked her how was school, and her mom was like, tell him. So finally she told me, and the bottom line was the girl pushed her again. That was her 3rd strike. So I say, so what's the plan? And she say, grandfather, I'm going to go to school tomorrow, and if she pushes me, I'm gonna, and then I could tell her mama was eyeballing her. And she said, so if she pushes me, then I'm gonna push her. And if she punches me, then I'm gonna punch her. And if she doesn't, she run through all of the stuff that in her mind the little girl might do. I'm like, why did you hesitate? And she took the phone and she said, Mommy, I'll be right back. And she went into the other room and she whispered to me, because she's funny, I can't remember exactly what she said. I want to beat her up or whatever terminology she used, but they said that I can only do to her what she does to me. And I said, well, I don't know that that's fair. So I said, well, this is what we're going to do. I try to be a good influence on the child. This is what we're going to do. If she pushes you, then just kick her ass. And she said, and she ran in the other room and she whispered to her mama, but I heard her. She said, that's the first time grandfather's ever said a bad word to me. And I said, it's really not, but okay. But I said, no, if she push you, then you just kick her ass. Get it all over with. Don't give her an opportunity to push you, and then you push her back, and then she punch you, and then you punch her back. No, if she push you, if she hit you, if she kick you, if she whatever, you kick her ass. And she started laughing, and she was happy with that. And her mama said it was okay. So that's what's happening. So I got to find out exactly what went down today. Hopefully nothing. Hopefully nothing. But yeah, that's her biggest problem is not learning and a bully. But other than that, she's enjoying making new friends. And you can't beat that. You can't beat that. There was something else that I was supposed to be telling y'all about. I can't remember what it is. Nah, she won't kick her. She won't kick her in the private. She'll just put her in a chokehold or something like that. Like this little girl again. Her dad is a MMA fighter. Like he moved from here to another city for better competition because he was undefeated and all of that kind of stuff. And he trained all the time. And he took her and her sister and her brother with him to the gym. And they trained for quite a while in wrestling and boxing and some sort of martial arts and all that kind of stuff. She did all of that. So this little kid, she like, if you tell her you put somebody in a rear naked choke, she know exactly what that means and she will do it. And all those other moves that I don't know the names for, she will do it. She knows what she's doing. So I wish them kids would leave her alone. They don't know what they in store for. They don't know what's about to happen to them. I want them to leave her alone. I didn't know they compete here. Yeah. It's a very small, and that's what I say it's that's why he moved. He moved out. He's in Texas now. Y'all gonna mess around and get the little baby expelled. I'm all right with her getting expelled if that's what's got to happen. If she keep getting bullied and she keeps telling the appropriate authorities and they're not doing anything to protect her, she's got to protect herself. I wish she didn't. I wish she would, be able to tell, and then they'd be like, no, stop it. Leave her alone. Don't push her. Don't bother her. And, here, you be over here and you be over here, and we're going to talk to your parents and blah, blah, blah. I wish they would, be proactive. But if they're not going to be proactive, you can't just have that little baby getting her ass kicked, or bullied every day. Even little kids. And especially little kids. And I'm saying little kids like she's 5, but she's a little 5. And then you get a big 5 messing with a little 5. Things could go bad quickly. No, she know how to defend herself. So you tell her, I think they told her the right thing. You tell, and then you do what you got to do. The little baby gonna be in jail by 20. Nah, she would rather not. Well, okay, I can't say that. I can't say she would rather not fight because she loves fighting. She loves fighting. But she's not a bully. She don't really want to. She loves fighting with, trying to beat me up. She likes that. Preston says, depending on the environment, telling could be more trouble. And I mean, it's look, and this is a thing about schools, like schools for years. I mean, even since when I was in school, schools always preach about, bullying is not tolerated and, doing things to people is not tolerated, but nobody actually does anything about it. Nobody actually does anything about it. People talk about it, but you send your kid to school and your kid coming home beat up every day or picked on every day. Y'all know, she only 5 and she got all the confidence in the world. That'll strip her of her confidence real fast. And you don't want that to happen. You don't want that to happen. But little kids are easily picked on. And if school administration, teachers, principals, all of that good stuff. Think about it. It's less than a week in school and her mama already calling the school about bullying. How you less than a whole weekend? Actually, I think today made one full week. And mama is already calling school about a bully. That's a situation that the teachers and the administrators should handle like that. At 5, 6. That should be handled right away. But schools don't, from preschool through probably college, schools don't really care about that stuff. They don't really. Y'all remember earlier or last year, there was a woman who called in about her grandchild being bullied and had to take her grandchild out of a school. You got to remove your child or your grandchild out of a situation because the adults there won't protect them. And this was, what did she say, 5th, 6th grade? How you in the 6th grade and you got to leave school because the administration won't protect you? And then people be like, well, I don't know why they can't teach at school. They won't learn at school. Kids don't want to go to school. Not if you being bullied. Not if you being beat up every day. If you being intimidated every day. I don't think I would want to go to school. Now, again, I wasn't bullyable, and not because I'm some big tough guy, but just because my mindset was, oh, if that's what it come down to, you're going to have to whoop me every day. I'm not going to be intimidated by you. And while you whooping me, you gonna get some too. So eventually it's not gonna be worth it for you to, go through whooping my ass. So because of that, I was not bullyable. Not because I'm some, big tough guy who was knocking everybody out. Like, nah. And I've always hated bullies. I've always hated bullies. So when y'all talking about, oh, test scores is this, and oh, attendance is this, and this, yes, a kid committed suicide from being bullied in school here in Cincinnati, but a couple years ago. And they still don't do anything about it. Now, look, the little baby is not in a Cincinnati public school. She's not in a Cincinnati public school. But this ain't just a CPS issue. This is a young people, kids, education issue. Yes, that plays a part of kids missing school, kids not learning. If I'm so worried about being bullied, I can't focus on what's being taught. And maybe I'm not actively being bullied during the lesson. Maybe I'm not actively being bullied during the lesson, but I'm still thinking about when we go to recess. I'm about to get bullied by Bertha. Bertha probably behind me saying some fly stuff, or even just giggling because, I know what that giggle mean. That giggle mean when we get outside, I'm going to push you down. At five, that mean a whole lot. Is it a white kid doing the bullying? I don't know. I didn't actually ask. Because to me, it don't matter. To me, it don't matter. But that's a good question. You might be on to something. Maybe she ain't learning because Bertha bullying her. She missing the lesson. No, that ain't the case with her. She just feel like they not teaching her enough. she feel like they ain't teaching her enough. She want constant learning, constant education. She's one of them kids who need that constant stimulation. Otherwise, she gets bored. When we sit down and, if she ain't got that iPad, I'm doing this because when she over here, she's got my phone or she's got my iPad, and she's usually playing some little educational game. If she's not being constantly stimulated, she gets bored. Are people still making Bertha? Berthas is still out there. Berthas is still out there, bullying on little girls. And look, sometimes it ain't just little girls. Like, cause there's a line. Like, all right, say Lil Baby beat up Bertha, right? You gotta watch Lil Baby to make sure now Lil Baby don't turn into a bully and start bullying Bertha. Because Bertha can be bullied too. Bertha is probably a bully at school because maybe she gets bullied at home by somebody or in her neighborhood by somebody or has been bullied by somebody. John says, public schools are practicing some new intervention techniques with aggressive kids, and they use suspension as a last resort. Dumbest tactic I've ever heard of, and the bullies are aware of it. Yeah. But we get on kids and parents about, kids' grades and kids going to school. And sure, at 5, there's no reason for the kid to not go to school. But if you're stuck in a cycle of bullying and you're in, high school, I could see you not going to school. I could see you not going to school. I had a bodyguard when I was in high school. I think 9th and 10th grade year. I think 9th and 10th. It might have just been 9th. 9th and 10th grade year, I had a bodyguard. Don't ask me why he decided. Well, I know why he decided to be my bodyguard, but I really don't know. I know the reason that he said, but it kind of don't make sense or never really made that much sense to me. I was in biology class. I remember this like it was yesterday. I was in biology class, and for whatever reason, I had wore like a dress shirt to school. I'd worn a dress shirt to school, and keep in mind this was the 80s, and it was it was a gray shirt. I remember this like it was yesterday. Detail. It was a gray shirt. It had like little pearl buttons on it. The collar and the cuffs were white on this gray shirt, and it had holes in the collar where one of them pins go through. You put the pin through and screw it in on both sides, and then you put the tie over that or whatever. And for whatever reason, I had worn that shirt, and I had a stain. A little tiny stain on, what's this, my right hand? On my right collar. Almost on the tip of the collar. Almost on the tip of the collar. And I had the little thing through it. I don't know why. I don't know what possessed me to wear that shirt to school. No idea. And it was kids, they was making fun of me. And I never really cared all that much about people making fun of me. I think my brothers and my sisters prepared me for that. Probably the best preparation on the planet for being teased and mocked. I got at home, right? So there was virtually nothing that you could say to me that was going to hurt my feelings, because I got all of that at home. You ain't nobody. I don't have to deal with you. So they was teasing me. I didn't really care. And it was this one guy who wanted to, like, pick on me, bully me, like, threaten to fight me. And he was a big guy. And then there was this guy who was, I'm trying to think of the best way to say it. I was in 9th grade biology. And I think he was a senior, but he was in 9th grade biology. And for whatever reason, he decided, because I stood up to the dude started talking all this stuff. And to keep in mind, when I graduated high school, y'all, when I graduated high school, I think I was 5'2", 98 pounds. Graduation. When I graduated, 5'2", 98 pounds. So this happened when I was a freshman in high school. Have no idea what I weighed or how tall I was. I was a freshman. I graduated 12th grade, 5'2", 98. So in the 9th grade, significantly less than that. And this guy was a big dude. He played on the football team, the whole nine. He was a big dude. And he was bullying me. You know, well, he was talking stuff. I was cool with that, talking stuff. Then he wanted to get up in my face. Because I don't know, I guess because I wasn't intimidated by him or whatever. He wasn't getting the appropriate response from me. So he gets up in my face, so I get up. You know what I'm saying? We about to do whatever it is we about to do. Whatever it is we about to do, we about to do it. And this guy, Harold Caldwell, they called him Tippy. Tippy Caldwell got up out of his seat, and I thought they about to jump me. It's going to be what it's going to be. It's going to be what it's going to be. And he got up in old boy face and told him, from now on, if you got any problem with this boy, you got a problem with me. And dude kind of laughed, and he was like, do I look like I'm playing? And dude backed down. And he was like, little man, you got heart. He was like, people gonna pick on you. He was like, but don't lose that heart. And I was like, all right. And it seemed like every time somebody in like the 9th grade tried to bully me, which didn't happen a whole lot, but it seemed like every time somebody tried to bully me, Tippy was there. And I wasn't ever backing down. And then he would be up and he would be like, hey, if you got a problem with him, you got a problem with me. And I'm like, I don't know what I did. Other than that was the only reason he ever gave me was, you know, little man, you got heart. But I was never, and of course, he graduated. I believe he graduated that next year. But I was never intimidated. But I saw a lot of other kids who were. And it always bothered me. It always bothered me. And I think I did it even before then, but I know from that point on, anytime I saw people bullying other people, I would jump in. Not jump in like we gonna fight. But you know, a lot of times bullying don't start with hitting you or whatever. Bullying a lot of times start with name calling. And so if I hear you over there calling him names, and you know what I'm saying, he looked like, I'm gonna start calling you names. We you know, and next thing you know, everybody, the bullies is mad at me, threatening to fight me. Well, okay, whatever. Meet you, yeah, we know, flagpole, 3:00. All right. But by the time all was said and done, whoever was being bullied was able to just go on ahead and go about their business. But I should have never had to do that. The school should have taken some sort of stand about that. The school should have taken some sort of stand. Did Tippy give you a whistle to blow when somebody was trying to bully you? No. I don't know how he was always around when somebody was trying to bully me. I didn't have a great relationship with the guys on the football team because, you know, I would always talk about them. When I would see them bullying other people, I would always talk about how stupid they was. They might not have even been stupid. But the entire stereotype about the dumb athlete, that messed with their heads. And so all I had to do, really to distract their attention from who they was talking about, was to call them stupid. Call them stupid. And then they completely distracted. They want to prove how they not stupid. And, you know, when you're not even really dealing in reason, you can, play with people's heads. So I was, pretty decent at doing that back then. So their attention was on proving how they not stupid. But no matter what they said, they were going to be stupid. So because he played football, maybe he was just hanging around them and they wanted to try to bully me, and he wouldn't let them. That has nothing to do with why I don't watch football. Actually, eventually, a number of the guys that play football, I'm a friend. Well, hold on. I'm a nice guy. I'm not friendly. Again, I think friendly is go out of your way to show people and be nice to them. I'm not that. I'm sit here in the corner, minding my own business. If you say something to me, I got a nice response for you. But I'm not friendly. I don't go out of my way to show people that I'm nice. To me, that's a difference. To me, that's a difference. Did the bullying stop once you became a professional wrestler? No. I think that was the time when I might have gotten bullied the most because people didn't understand what we were doing, what we were creating. And so they really did think they could come in and do stuff, but I really did know how to wrestle. And so they would think, oh, we're going to get in this and we're going to bully this dude and whatever. But that didn't do nothing but, put me more into my character. That was just more into my character. Gorgeous Rick Rose wasn't scared of nobody. And you want to get with Gorgeous Rick Rose, get in the square circle, and Gorgeous Rick Rose will make you tap out. We wasn't using the term tap out then, but I would make you submit. And people really thought that they were, when they thought that, they always thought we was kind of joking around and playing around. And no, we was in there. We was getting it. You'd be friendly by Boston standards. Yeah, see, I don't think that that's all friendly. But I don't know. I've never been to Boston, so I can't really say. You go out of your way to start a gang of S. Well, that's not true. We were not wrestling on mattresses. We wrestled in a ring. And we wasn't trying to scare nobody. I've never imagined that I could be intimidating to anyone. Again, graduating at 5'2", 98 pounds. And somebody said, 5'2", 98 pounds, you basically said I was fat. I was like super skinny. I mean, I had some little muscles. You know what I'm saying? I had some muscles. I was lifting my little weights and doing my crunches and everything. I had abs. You know what I'm saying? I had all of that. It just wasn't much else there to feel nothing out. But I was skinny, but I wasn't, But no, how are you 5'2", 98 pounds? That's not fat. There was like almost no fat. Did you do a lot of running? I ran from one fight in my entire life. And one of these days I will tell that story. One of these days I will tell that story. It is a, but it won't be funny to y'all, but it's a funny story to me, having lived the story. Skinny dude. Yeah, I was a little tiny skinny dude. Yeah. So for somebody, who was that? Who said I was fat when I said that? I don't know. Scroll back, scroll back, scroll back. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Let's see who said that. Daryl. Damn, you was a Oompa Loompa. Oompa Loompas wasn't skinny. Down on Vine and Forest. No, no. The fight that I ran from was in Highview. I lived in Hawaiian Village, and we had a fight in Highview. Oh, one of these days I'll tell that story. But what else is going on? What else is going on? What's going on in the city? Other than crime, we know crime is going on. I don't have a solution for crime. I don't want to talk about crime today because I don't have a solution. I haven't really watched the news to be like, oh, I'm so frustrated about that. Those are the conversations I have when I've seen something and just like super frustrated about it. But no, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anything to make me super frustrated. Crime exists. We can't really do nothing about it. And that's that. And that's that. We got a little heat wave going on. Trying to say there's nothing really, really big time going on. And hopefully this ends up being kind of a lazy week for me. I've already gotten out, cut the grass, did my stuff around the house and the yard. I got to reclaim some screens tonight. And I was supposed to go to a rehearsal, but they canceled the rehearsal. Because I'm kind of tired. I'm going to reclaim these screens, and that's going to be that. And what's today? Tuesday? Oh, I'm going to watch Ahsoka tonight. That's what I'm going to watch. Ahsoka tonight. At 9 o'clock. 2 episodes. I'll be watching Ahsoka. I finally watched, because I saw that it was on Netflix. I finally watched The Pope's Priest. I don't really want to give a review of it or anything like that. But I will say, I kind of enjoyed the movie. Hold on, I got a couple comments. Daryl says, are you still in a band? I'm actually in a few bands. I'm in a few of them. And, everything's working out so far. LaDonna says, I saw that. I was wondering about that movie. What's the movie about? It's the Pope's Exorcist. Come on, Veronica. What would the Pope's Exorcist be about? I'm just picking with you, Veronica. People, see, he don't try to make me feel. I'm just teasing you, so please don't be sensitive about it. It's about an exorcist who works. I mean, of course, he works for the Catholic Church, but I guess technically he was appointed by the Pope, and then he has to go perform an exorcism. That's the gist of the movie, spoiler free. That's the gist of the movie, spoiler free. But Daryl says the movie was terrifyingly different. It was a little different. Here's what I liked about it. They injected enough kind of dry humor that they didn't try to make it be a comedy. They did enough with the makeup to, let you, see something, but not enough to make it so over the top. I thought it was a good movie. It was a good movie. It was enough. They did enough to get across what they wanted to get across. Enough to scare you, but keep it rooted in, I want to say possible reality. A little bit. I mean, as much as you can in an Exorcist movie. I recommend it. I thought it was a good movie. Is it worth watching? I like Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe did a good job in the movie. Of course, when you get these Exorcist movies, and me, for the most part, when I'm watching scary movies, and I do like to watch scary movies, I be rooting for people to die. The people who irritate me in a movie, I root for them to die. Partially because it's not real. They not actually, when they die, they don't actually die. They just pretend to die. They get paid, and then they move on to their next project. So it's a guilt-free wish. But if you irritate me, like, all right, so say you watching an exorcism movie. I'm not talking about the Pope's exorcist. But say you're watching an exorcism movie, right? And you got the main priest, the old veteran priest. And he's exorcising the demon. The power of Christ compels you. The power of Christ compels you. Whatever it is that he's saying. And then you got the young priest. And the young priest, he done already told you outside the room, like, yo, dog, check this out. He gonna say some foul stuff to you, man. Just ignore it. That he want to get a rise out of you. Let him say whatever he want to say. Don't respond to it. Don't look at him. You just be over there praying. That's your job. Your job is to pray. What's your job? Pray. Right. That's your whole job. What's your job? Pray. What you gonna do if he say your mama's the B word? I'm gonna just ignore him. Exactly. What you gonna do if he say your daddy is a C word? I'm gonna just ignore him. Great. Let's go. Then he walk in there and the demon be like, your mother's a whore. Don't talk about my mother. I'm like, I hope he die. I hope he die. He was given the rundown. He was told the rules. He know what to do. He know what not to do. But his punk ass can't even let the devil call his mother a whore. Go ahead. Kill him. Kill him. Turn it. Snap his neck. Do something. Kill him. He should have listened. He heard the old priest tell him. He ran it through. He told him. And you're going to be trying to grab on the devil. Don't you talk about my mother. Don't you talk about my mother. The devil laughing. You're like, that's what he wanted. You giving him what he wanted. I'm watching that like, I hope you die. I hope you die. I hope the devil kill you. You had one job. So that's how I watch horror movies. That's how I watch horror movies. I be hoping they die. Only the ones who get on my nerves. If you know you alone in the house and you hear knocking at not even the door, just a wall, an interior wall. You know ain't nobody else there. And you hear, why do you respond? No, don't respond. Get out. Somebody knocking, ain't nobody here, but somebody is clearly knocking on the wall, expecting a response. Why are you responding? I hope you die. I hope you die. I hope you die. You know your son is possessed by the devil. And your son talking about, Mommy, come here. I need a hug. Why are you going to hug your son? The priest is standing right there like he going to try to trick you. Don't fall for it. It's a trick. Don't fall for it. Mommy, help me. I need a hug. Oh, baby. Kill her. Kill her. Kill her, devil. She brought it on herself. That's what I say all the time. That's what we tell Mrs. Livingston when we watching these movies. I be like, I hope she die. She brought it on herself. Why you hoping people die? That's so wrong. That's so wrong to be hoping people die. Now, I want them to die. You brought it on yourself. He told you. The devil just told you, come and give me a hug. How you going to go get a devil a hug? Snap her neck. She brought it on herself. Why you finishing? Why are you finishing that? That's like an invitation. I hope you die. I hope you die. So that's the way I watch horror movies. But Victoria, this particular movie, the Exorcist movie, it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. It's a little scary. It's a little scary. But here's how you, in my opinion, this is how you're supposed to watch horror movies. One or two ways. Either number one, as they say, suspend disbelief. Either go all the way in with it. Like, this is real. And, you know, everything that happened could happen in real life. And it could happen to me. And bring yourself to that position to, like, you know, the extent of the fear that your mind, body, and soul is able to experience. Go all in. Or, kind of the way I do it, okay, I know these are all actors. Lighting, makeup, sound effects, special effects, and, you know, there's a script, and they gotta say this. Like, she got to be stupid. She got to go hugging. Why? Because it's in the script. So, I don't go into it, like, all serious, like, oh my God, the devil could possess me. And then I could be, no, I'm not in a movie. It's not going to happen to me. So then I'm able to freely watch the movie, enjoy it for the entertainment that it is, and have fun with it. So if you one of those, you know, like, oh, no, I don't want to be scared, go into it my way. If you one of those, you know, oh, I want to be scared, go into it the other way. Be totally terrified. I think that's the best way, one or the other. If you somewhere in the middle, you know, you kind of really ain't going to enjoy it, in my opinion. Just horror movies, period. But this is one, Victor, you could watch this one. It ain't that bad. It ain't that bad. McConnell said he's gonna watch it tonight. It's a nice little flick. It's a nice little flick. Check out Heart of Stone on Netflix. Give me a quick synopsis. What is it about? Vincent said, if they stupid in horror flicks, I root for them to die. Yes. Slasher movies. If you doing stupid stuff in a slasher movie, get them, Jason. They brought it on themselves. Miss Pittsburgh says, I'm in the beginning of the movie, and the movie is crazy. Not gonna say no more. Which movie? Which movie you in the beginning of? Valerie says, scary movies are not entertainment. They are based off real events. You do understand what based on a true story means? Based on a true story doesn't necessarily mean this stuff actually happened. All it means is that something happened and then we created a story based on whatever it is that actually happened. This is not a real life example, but let's say you go to the circus, right? You see a clown. You're afraid of clowns. You turn to run and you trip and fall. Skin your knee. I could take that story and be like, all right, it's a killer clown now. And this person ran and the clown chased him. And then the clown turned into a demon clown. And then none of that other stuff happened. But I can still say, oh, this is based on a true story. Because the original idea, the way it came to me, actually happened. It was a true story. So based on a true story does not mean these events happened this way. All right? It does not mean that. Don't, like when you see, like Cocaine Bear, if anybody hasn't seen Cocaine Bear, I might spoil it just a little bit. But the real life Cocaine Bear, there was an actual real life Cocaine Bear. All of the stuff that happened in the movie, though, didn't actually happen. Everything that the bear did in the movie didn't happen in real life. But they just based it on there was a bear that found some cocaine and ingested the cocaine. So it's based on true events. But the story itself, not true. See? Nope, I prayed to God to forgive me for sneaking and watching the original movie. This is nothing like the original movie. This is nothing like the original movie. I still, and look, I'm, 52? I'm 52 years old. At 52 years old, I still think The Exorcist is the scariest movie that I've ever seen in my life. Scariest movie I've ever seen in my life. But I talked to some of my, younger friends in their 30s and 40s, and they like, that movie ain't scary at all. We've seen much better. I'm like, but that's because number one, you wasn't a little kid when you saw it. Number two, yes, visual effects and stuff have gotten better since, but you had to put yourself in the 70s as a kid with those visual effects, which were groundbreaking at the time. That's the scariest movie ever made. But I watched it all the time. That ain't scary. I'm like, you had to be there. You had to be there in that time to experience it based on that time. Heck, now seeing somebody turn their head all the way around and hear the bones cracking, like that ain't nothing. You can do that, After Effects, and then okay. But back in the 70s, to see that, you're like, her neck is broke. How the devil break her neck? Oh my God, this is horrible. So for its time, and especially, what year did The Exorcist come out? Because I remember watching The Exorcist as a little kid. I think it was child abuse. I think it was child abuse. 1973. I remember, that means I was 3. I remember going to the Twin Drive-In. The Twin Drive-In. Some of y'all don't even know what that is. I remember going to the Twin Drive-In, watching a double feature of Rosemary's Baby and The Exorcist. Rosemary's Baby and The Exorcist showed at the Twin Drive-In. My mama took us to the Twin Drive-In and we watched it. I'm certain I wasn't 3, so it must have been a little later. I don't know, I might have been 3. I remember watching it, being scared and y'all know I don't cuss. But I remember watching that movie, being scared as F. And then for somebody to be like, oh, that movie ain't scary. Let me take you back to 3 years old before the invention of all of these special effects. And my daddy is a preacher. I think my daddy was mad about that, about my mama taking us to see that movie. But yeah. Scariest movie ever made. I don't care what y'all say. And I remember me and my cousins did this. We lived in Alabama. When I lived in Alabama. And keep in mind, there's a lot of, they had a lot of land, like acres and acres of land. Like there's a literal farm, uh, cornfield behind the house and on the side of the house. Like acres of corn on the back and the side of the house. No street lights, nothing. And well, we was in college. So what, 18, 19, 20 maybe, somewhere around in there. And me and a couple of my cousins decided we are going to take ourselves to what I believe we call the brink of fear. We were home alone. I don't know where my aunt and uncle were, but we were home alone in the dark. We went around the house and unlocked all of the windows. I don't think we opened them up, but we unlocked all the windows, unlocked the doors, turned off all the lights. We watched The Exorcist, the Amityville Horror, I think the Amityville, The Possession as well. So we watched the Amityville Horror, The Exorcist, and Amityville, I think is it 2 or 3, The Possession. I'm looking this up like this is an important detail. Amityville 2. Okay. So we watched the Amityville Horror, Amityville 2, The Possession, and The Exorcist. In the dark, no lights, all the windows and doors unlocked. And can I tell you, 3 almost grown men were so terrified. I don't know why we did that. I have no idea why we did that. But oh my God, we were so scared. Get up and lock the door. I ain't getting up and locking the door. You get up and lock the door. All right, you go over here and you lock the windows on that side of the house. I'm not going alone on that side of the house. You go to that side of the house. It was crazy. It was crazy. We was so scared. And then of course afterwards, we laughed about it. But nah, that's the scariest movie ever made. No doubt. No doubt. But again, the Pope's Exorcist, not that bad. I mean, it's a decent scare for you, but they add a little dry humor to it, and it's a decent movie. It's a decent movie. I think if you watch it and you kind of like scary movies, you'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. What else? Surrounded by cornfields. No, really, I'm dead serious. My Uncle Mac, he had a farm. He had, cows and farm animals, down the way. But like in the backyard, like there was the house, there was a little yard, around the house. But then over on the side of the house, on this side of the house and behind the house was like acres of corn. Just a straight up cornfield. Acres. It was terrifying when you're watching scary movies. I miss Uncle Mac. But yeah, no, I'll be watching Ahsoka tonight. That's Star Wars. So I'll be watching Ahsoka tonight. And I guess on Wednesday I'll be watching the debate, even though I really want to watch the finale of Temptation Island. I've been watching. I don't know why I watch Temptation Island. It's such a stupid show, but I watch Temptation Island, and I don't know. I'm just fascinated by, because I watch it again. I watch it almost like I watch scary movies. Like, and it's not real. Number one, these people, they're wearing microphones and cameras are following them around. So, they're pretending to fall in love and all of that kind of stuff. But they not pretending to hit it. Like, they're having actual sex. They're having actual sex. Like, what is going on with these people? So I watch it. I don't know why, but the finale is tomorrow night, but I'll probably end up watching that after the debate. And then, of course, you got to watch the reunion show. That and the Big D, which was not that good. The Big D is a TV show. I had to be clear when I say that, because you know how y'all are. You know how y'all are. They said Squid Game is gross. I never watched that. Mrs. Livingston watched it. She seemed to enjoy it. I couldn't get into it. I couldn't get into it. And now she's watching American Horror Story? And it's all about gay stuff. Gay dudes having sex with each other. And I'm like, I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this. Not at all. You can, you watch that when I'm not home. You watch that when I'm, doing something, when I'm down here on the treadmill, or, eventually when I'm down here working out, when I'm doing screen print, something like that. That's when you can watch that stuff. Don't watch that stuff when I'm around. I was asleep, and she couldn't sleep. And so she got up and she put on an episode. And dudes was trying to have sex with me in my dreams. And I wake up like, what in the world is going on? And I'm watching this show. What? Why are you watching gay shows while I'm asleep? Number one, I'm a vivid dreamer. I'm a vivid dreamer. And you got gay sex happening while I'm asleep and I can hear it. I'm in my dream fighting off homo dudes trying to have sex with me. Why would you do that to me? So yeah, she is not allowed to watch that. She is not allowed to watch that when I'm around. Look, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. It was gay dudes in my dream trying to have sex with me. I'm not ashamed of it. I didn't give in. If I gave in, I would be ashamed. I shouldn't be ashamed, because there's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. But I didn't give in. But yeah, no, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. You can't talk about Lincoln. You watch Temptation Island for the sex. I don't watch Temptation Island for the sex. I actually watch Temptation Island because, again, I tried to, I'm going to watch it. Number one, I know it ain't really real. But in this case, I watch it with the mindset that everything I'm seeing is actual and real. So if they say they got feelings, they got feelings. If they say they've been in a relationship for 8 years, they've been in a relationship for 8 years, blah, blah, blah. So I watch it to see the dynamic and the way that everybody interacts with each other and the different things that go on. I'm just pointing out that I've been in a relationship with you for 8 years, but I come to this island and on day number 2, I have sex with this woman. I'm like, that's some weird stuff. That's some weird stuff. So I don't watch it for the sex. I'm just saying that sex happens. Once again, I'm just tuning in, and Emanuel Livingston says something crazy. Why are you fighting homosexuals in your dreams? Apparently, this latest season of American Horror Story, I don't know what the whole thing is, but it's gay sex happening. So I guess it's the killer or whatever is a gay sex dude. A gay sex dude. I don't even know what that is. A dude that has sex with gay people. Dudes having sex with each other. And Mrs. Livingston was watching that. She got up one night. She couldn't sleep. It's a show that she watches. And she started watching it. And that stuff be seeping into my dreams. So, yeah, in my dreams, it was gay dudes trying to have sex with me. It was gay dudes trying to have sex with me. And, yeah, I'm fighting them off. Like, no. The black dudes having sex via their video games, that was weird. Again, I don't watch it. I heard a portion of an episode. and she turned it. Technically, she didn't turn it off. She just put on Bluetooth headphones, and so she listened to it in the headphones so that the sound wouldn't creep into my dreams. I didn't wake up screaming, but I didn't have very much problems waking myself up from that one. I didn't have to scream on that one. On that one, I just woke up like, what in the world is going on? Then I'm like, why are you? So yeah, maybe if they had done something, I might have woke up screaming. Um, did you hear one of them say, "Give me the ass boy"? I don't remember what they were saying. I just know that it was gay sex happening and they was trying to get with me. And no, that wasn't happening. Not in my dream, not in real life. It was not happening. All right, y'all. I got to get ready to get out of here. Were you attracted to the gay sex men in your dream? No, no. And again, just to be clear, look, I'm not against homosexuals. And I know y'all don't believe me. I know y'all don't believe me. But I'm not against homosexuals. When I say this, I mean some of my best friends are homosexuals. Okay? It's just the truth. Some of my best friends are homosexuals. I've had homosexuals over my house for them. All right? I didn't have them over because they were homosexuals. They just happened to be homosexuals. I got nothing against you. Do what you do. Don't, if you're not trying to, put it on me, I don't care what you do. I don't care what you do. That's how I feel about it. So, if you're a homosexual and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm not against you. I'm not. There was a lady that called me, or I talked to a lady once who's a homosexual lady, and she was mad at me like, you so homophobic. You so against homosexuals. You hate homosexuals. You this and that. And I'm like, what have I ever said that leads you to believe that I hate homosexuals? Because every time you talk about homosexuals, you make the point to point out that you're not homosexual. That don't make me against homosexuals. That just means I'm not homosexual. But she was really mad. Like, no, yeah, I don't listen to your show no more because you so anti-homosexual. I'm like, because I'm not homosexual. I don't like that. I couldn't imagine ever doing that. But that don't mean I hate homosexuals. But she was really mad at me. And she don't listen to my show no more because she says I'm homophobic and I hate homosexuals and all of that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, she hates me. Well, she didn't say she hates me. She just says she don't listen to my show no more. Every time you talk about homosexuals, gay men and lesbians, you always so negative. You just hate them, and I can tell by the way you say you not one. I'm not white. Well, there are a lot of people, you hate white people. I don't hate white people. Some of my best friends are white. I've had white people over my house for dinner. You need to start watching so you know what you're getting. I'm not getting into anything. I'm not getting into it at all. I'm not getting into it at all. I don't need to start watching. uh, you just don't want them in your dreams. Hey, they could be in my dreams over there, minding their own business, leaving, saying we going home, or us playing basketball or whatever. Yes, I play basketball. I'm not all that good, but I do play. But yeah, I don't care. I don't care. They can't be having sex with me in my dreams. No. I don't hate gay people. All the dudes in my dream was looking for a dinner invite. I didn't know them. I think they were trying to forcefully take homosexual sex from me. And no, no, not in my dream. Where I'm in charge, where I can control to a certain degree what's happening. No, I was like, I don't know what's happening. What is going on? What? Hold on, they trying to what? Wake up! What is going on? Like, oh, you doing this? There really is no, for real, Daryl. For real, there is a woman. I don't remember her name. I'm pretty sure I got messages from her on Facebook. She sent me. We corresponded a long time, and I kept asking her, "What have I ever said to make you believe that I hate homosexuals?" I kept asking that same question, and she couldn't come up with anything except for, well, when you talk about it, you always say you not. I'm like, because I'm not. Because I'm not. Because you hate homosexuals. What have I ever said? You always so negative. What have I said negative about homosexuals? She couldn't come up with nothing. But she said, you say you think it's nasty. Because I do. I mean, in particular, the men. The women ain't so much nasty. Depending on, how they interact with each other. It's not so nasty. But the men, the men is nasty. She was ready to go in too. I remember her. So it happened on the air. Because I know I got some messages from her, but I thought that I had a conversation with her, but I wasn't 100% sure. Did you scream to wake yourself up? I didn't have to. I only have to do that on the times when I can't wake myself up. But a lot of times I can, in the dream, say, I don't like this, wake up. And I can wake up. This was one of those times. That strap-on thing looks scary. I'm not even going to mention nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here, but I wanted to make it clear because I got relatives who are gay. Gay and lesbian. Relatives who are gay and lesbian. And y'all running around here talking about I hate gays and I hate lesbians and, I love my family members, whether they gay or straight or, whatever. Interracial couples and, what do they call it when an old person get with a young person? What do they call it? There's a few months that they use, but I can't remember which months they use. Is it, I don't remember which months they use. Somebody tell me what they call that. No, not cougar. You got a young person and you got an old person. They're in a relationship. They call it a something May-December. Thank you. A May-December romance. I got relatives in May-December romances, marriages. And I wish them all the best. Like I said, interracial, white, Asian. I got no problem with any of it. You have to know me to know I don't care. So yeah, for somebody to be like, oh, you hate gay people, like, something wrong with you. Jerica, you've never heard, and LaDonna, y'all never heard of a May-December romance? How old are y'all? I can't believe y'all never heard of that. Sound like 90 Day Fiance stuff. Victoria, you tell me you never heard of a May December romance. It don't mean that they only together from May through December. It just mean, you know, May being early in the year, December being late in the year. A young person and a old person in a relationship together. They can be married. And for real, I got some May December romances or marriages in the family. Now, you do look at them a little weird when you first see them. When you first see them, you like, whoa. You like 30 and he's like 70. How did this happen? Shirley says, I'm 61 and never heard it. What is wrong with y'all? How did I hear this stuff and y'all never heard it? A May December romance. It's not a January December romance because, you know, January would technically be a baby. And that's not legal. You know what I'm saying? That's not legal. January is a baby. December is an old person. So you going up there and all right, May. It's not too early, but it's not close enough to December. May, December romance. Quintana said he gonna need y'all to read. I can't believe y'all really never heard of that. And a number of y'all said y'all never heard of it. Chelsea, I believe you never heard of it. You like 23. How you 54 and 42? How y'all ain't never heard of this? Victoria, I don't even want to guess about your age. I think you older than me. How you not heard of this? Hold on, I don't want y'all thinking I made this up. Or whoever it was that told me made it up. A May-December romance is an age-old term for an amorous relationship between two people with a considerable age difference. The months symbolize the seasons, the spring representing youth and the winter representing old age. Hold on, let me move that for a second so y'all can actually read it. All right? So I didn't make it up. It's an older term. It's an older term. And now y'all heard it. Now y'all heard it. I've dated old men and never heard it before. How old were these men? How old were these men? How old were you? And how old were these men? So you was in like your 20s dating men in their late 60s, 70s? And you never heard of that term? You was living it. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Mary. In case y'all couldn't see what I put up. She put it up there so y'all can read it. But the point was, I got some of those in my family. And I don't care. If you happy, and the two of y'all happy, and it's legal, go be happy. Treat each other right. As long as y'all treat each other right. Don't necessarily even mean y'all gonna make it. But just be happy while it lasts, while it's good. And just let that be that. So yeah, don't be putting out there nothing about me. Not hating gay people. Shannon says it's used a lot in older clear people movies. Why don't y'all just say white people? Why do people come up with different ways to say white people? There's nothing wrong with saying white people. Oh. No, that's because that was my dream. I don't have a problem with. Now I do. I don't know what I would do if in my dream, because this is something I've never experienced. I've seen men have sex with women in my dreams. So regular traditional sex. I've seen women have sex with women in my dreams. It was nice and soft and loving, and it's a lot of kissing. I've seen that in my dreams. I've never seen two men have sex in my dream, ever. I just thought about that. Never, not one time in my dream have I seen two men having sex. I don't know what I would do if I saw two men having sex in my dream. I know I would definitely wake myself up. And then I would be thinking, what in the world? Did I drink some of that Marcus juice? I've never seen that. I've never seen it. Were straps and ball. No, it was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was lovely. They loved each other and they loved each other's bodies. It was beautiful. What are you eating late at night? Nothing. I just dream about stuff. Look, we've been through this once before. I'm not necessarily going through this again. I know I'm not the only one who dreams about sex. And not necessarily even me having sex. Like, I've been in situations when I'm dreaming. And, maybe walked in on somebody having sex. Or, in some way, shape, or form, I've seen people have sex while I was dreaming. That's not that abnormal. Is it? Is it? That's not that abnormal. But I've never, ever, and I don't ever want to, I've never seen two men engage in sexual relations in a dream of mine. Reoccurring. I dream about sex. I have dreams on a regular basis. Again, I'm a vivid dreamer. So I have dreams on a regular basis. And so I would say in a given night, I might have 4 or 5 dreams, 4 or 5 discernible dreams that I could wake up and tell Mrs. Livingston about. This dream, this happened. That dream, this happened. I might have 4 or 5 of them in a night. They're not all sexual, but yes, sometimes sex happens. Sometimes, look, I fall off of buildings. I get run over by trains. I fly. I go to work. I go to school. I sing on stage. I'm a million, billion, trillionaire. I'm poor as dirt. Like, I've experienced, it's a dream. So, like, it's only, I think, limited by what your mind can conceive. And so, yes, from time to time, sex happens. Sometimes it's with me. Most times it's with me. But sometimes it's not. I've walked in a room and seen people having sex. I've been at one of them little swinger clubs or whatever where people having sex and you walk through. I've seen that in my dreams. But in none of those dreams has it ever been two men, ever. Again, I'm not hoping for it to be. If it was, I don't know what I would do. Wake up! What the was that? I've had that dream. I don't know how many times. My teeth have fallen out. I don't know what that means. And of course, I've had the recurring dream of going somewhere and then you realize you're naked. I don't know what that dream means either. I don't know what that dream means, but it happens. It's not like something that you're like, oh, that's so unusual that you would have a dream where you were naked. Like, no, it happens. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Again, Madonna dreams of running from zombies? Jerica, happens to who? Happens to, you've never dreamed that you were somewhere and then you realized you didn't have on any clothes? You never, for real, you never had that dream? But I can't believe that y'all never had that dream. Come on. I want to say everybody has had that dream. Everybody has had that dream. No. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. You know, it ain't that bad. It's a dream. It's a dream. And you've never had it either. It's a dream. And nothing wrong with it. It's a dream. And you look for something and you cover yourself up. Mary said she had all the dreams. Thank you, Mary. Just being honest. Being honest. Who are y'all people? What do y'all dream about? Y'all just dream about y'all regular life? Y'all just dream about y'all regular life? Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all go to bed and then y'all dream and the alarm go and then y'all go get a shower and brush your teeth, eat some breakfast, get dressed, go to your regular job, work for 8 hours, work for 4 hours, take your lunch, go to whatever restaurant you normally go to, order whatever you normally order, go back to work, eat it, get off work, go home, do whatever it is you do at home, watch a TV show, go participate in a protest or, saying something like that, and then get into bed and fall asleep, and then y'all alarm wake up, and then y'all do it all again in real life? What kind of dream life is that? What kind of dream life is that? I had a dream. What did you do in your dream? I went and got in my car and I went over to my sister's house and we sat and we talked for a little while. She made me laugh. She kind of funny. And then, my niece came in and she was like, hey, auntie. And I was like, hey, niece. And then I went home and I got back in the bed and then I woke up. But you do that on a regular basis. What kind of dream life is that? That's not a good dream. If I dreamed my normal life all the time, I think I would go crazy. I like the fact that when I go to sleep, I can effing fly. I can fly. I can go and do anything and be anywhere. Situations happen to me that never happen in real life. I solve world hunger. I rescue people. I get murdered from time to time. All kind of stuff happens. Who wants to dream their actual life in their dream? I went to sleep and it was Friday and I got my check and it was the exact same amount that my check is every week. And then I went to the bank and I signed it and I deposited it. They gave me, and my balance was correct. I had the right balance, and then I went grocery shopping. I had my shopping lists, and I had to, what, really? That you do that every day, or at least every week? Did you buy something special? No, I bought what I always buy when I go to the grocery store. You know, I had some eggs and some bread. Needed a little paprika. So I bought some paprika and then went home. What kind of car was you driving? Oh, my regular car. Did it at least get like really good gas mileage? No, I was low. So I had to stop it and pay to. Like, what kind of dream life is this? I need y'all to expand y'all minds when y'all dream. Uh, all right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I got to get out of here. When I get shot in my dreams, it feel real as hell. Only because I don't know what it feel like to get shot. I know it hurts. I don't know if it feel real. I don't know if it feel real. All right, y'all. I got to get out of here. I do. I got some stuff I got to go do. I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Again, I didn't want to talk politics and be all serious and stuff today. So I appreciate y'all, just kicking it with me. It's been the afternoon experiment. My name is Emanuel Livingston. Do me this one favor. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Be the reason that somebody smiles today. Till next time. I'm out, y'all. Peace.